Hey YouTube, getting ready to change my brake chamber. It's not that hard to do, so I'm gonna give you guys a little way how to do it instead of paying a lot of money to get it done. You can do it yourself. Go to the truck dealer and buy one of these brake chambers, like $50. Go to TA, you might spend $300, then another $100 to install it. So I'm gonna show you how to do it the easy way. This big line, this small line right here, it's the parking brake. Small line, small fittings, and it's closer to the back because the spring brake is in the back. The big one up here at the front is for the service line. That's why it's in the front and it's a little bigger. So you can always remember that. We'll also tell you on the brake, spring brake and service brake up top of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take off this spring brake line. Easy to do. Just go ahead and screw it off. A lot of noise in the background. I'm at the truck stop actually doing this. So you might hear a little noise in the background. The guy got an APU next to me, but I'm here already. I ain't gonna move. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off. Use a socket wrench or adjuster. Well, I just use an adjuster because both of these is different size, so just adjust it and change it. Then once you get the line off, then you take this piece off. So you gotta put this piece onto your new one. Try not to mess up this threading either, because if you mess up this threading, then your line won't go back on there. So you try to protect the threading the best way you can to get your line back on there. So I'll take this out. I already know it's the small one, so you ain't have to worry about it. It's the small one, you know, it go for your emergency line. Then the bigger one go for your service line. A lot of guys don't change these till they start leaking, but if they're old and getting rusty and stuff, you can go ahead and change them. Don't wait, it's only $50. You might as well just change it. So once you start leaking, then you're stuck. So I have the service line off. No, it's the big one for the service line. I got it off, so put it down to the side. Alright, now I'm not going to change the whole brake chamber. If this piece is rusted out at the front, you could change it if it's getting rusty. But you really don't have to change it. You know, I don't change it. But the way how to get around it, you got to take off this bolt that they got up there. They got a bolt, a storage bolt on top of the brake chamber. They got it sitting there. They don't just have it there for style. It's usable. And if you got a leak in the airline, that's what you need to do. You need to use this bolt and stick it in this hole right here. And then you have to disconnect your service line and bend it and tie strap it so it don't leak and try to tiptoe to a shop. In order to do that, you got to get this bolt right here. Once you get this bolt out, you push it in this hole right here that they got back here in the back. The hole right here, push it in there. Once you get it in there, you turn it until it's locked. Once you pull on it and it's stuck, then you put the washer on the back of it. Once you get the washer on the back of it, then you put the nut on. Again, I apologize for the noise. This guy just came here next to me with his APU unit, and this thing been running since he got here. I'm thinking it would have cut off already. It's still running. So you tighten down this bolt on there all the way, just to release the spring. Once you tighten it down and release the spring, then you can go ahead and take it off. Alright. I got it tight with my hand. Now you use a 19mm wrench to tighten it up. You gotta tighten it up a lot, but you just tighten it up enough so it don't fly forward and force the chamber off when you're trying to take it off. So you give it a little tight so it can hold the spring so it don't shout out at you. And it's the same procedure you'll do if you have a leak in, you got a leak in rubber plate in here, cause you got like rubber plates in here, they start leaking. If it's the front one, you could switch out that plate, but if it's the back one, you can't do nothing about it. But what you could do, take off your airline and you tie strap it to disable them, and you use this thing right here just to limp to the nearest location to get it fixed. You do not want to drive around like that. DOT catch you like that, they put you out of service. You do that just to get yourself out the road so you can get on the side of the road and park up safely, and then you can work on the truck. But you cannot drive around with it like that. Alright, so now we got that done. Now I got one of these because it's like a good tool to have, because if you got a long bolt, it could come through here and you could still tighten or loosen whatever you want to do. So now let's see if the camera can see it. You got two. You got one here, a strap to tie it down, and one up here. You only need to take one off. Once you get one off, you'll be able to take it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen the top one. Okay, now I got that out. And now you prise this down. See? Come right off. Mine's ain't leaking, but I heard one of my springs shaking in one of them. So I'm just go ahead and change all four. But this right here, that's what store your air for stopping the truck. It's the service brake plate that hold the air and release the air with a spring, with the spring in here to stop the truck. Then it push up against this piece right here. It's the push rod. In front of the push rod is the slack adjuster right here. So if you had to change the whole brake system, you would have take out these two bolts in the front and take that piece off the slack adjuster. But this is quite fine. Nothing wrong with it. It's still in good condition. And then if I get one of the whole drum with the rod on the front, I would have to cut it and all of that. It's a lot of work. So, and then you got to make sure you measure it right and cut it right, and you'll be in big trouble. So doing it this way, it's the easier way. Let's take the back piece off. And this is the new one. You buy it like that. You got the plate in it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to save these old rubber plates. I might never use them. But if I do need it, if one of mine's leaking, I could just stick this one in it. Take the old one out, stick this one in, and it's good as new again. So I'm going to save these because they in good condition. Ain't nothing wrong with them. I'm going to save them. Alright. So, you got to loosen up the screw on this still. Get the screw loose. So I'm going to use a new clamp. I'm not going to use like the old clamp. Use a new clamp. Take the old clamp off. Take the new clamp off, I mean, put it to the side. Then you come over here. Make sure you have the service lines on the side right here, but you don't have to take it back off when you put it on. Yeah, make sure they're on the side. See, number 12 is for parking, number 11 is service. You could know service because it's always closer to the push rod. And then the spring closer to the back of the brake chamber because that's where the spring at. That's the parking brake. So we're gonna go ahead and try to loop this around. Doing it by yourself is kinda a little awkward, but you can get it done. Yeah, make sure this screw facing on the inside so you can tighten it up. You just go ahead and try to put it over it. Not good. You don't want a headache, but it ain't that bad. Get it done. So everything will line up. Yeah, feel like it line up. Once it line up, just put these back on. Push that through. Back your screw. So you gotta turn on your service brake line to take this off. Once you get it off, and you connect back all your lines together, then you go back in your truck and release your service air line. Just for the tractor, not for the trailer. Just for the tractor. You release the service air line for the tractor if you're working on the tractor. And then once you release it, then you could come back here and go to your slack adjuster, tighten it up all the way, and then back it off halfway. That's how you'll readjust your brake. But you don't need to touch that until you get done. You release the brake, you tighten it up all the way, and then you go backwards halfway to adjust your brake. So if you don't adjust your brake, you're not going to have no brake. So you got to adjust your brake when you get done. Alright, so let me start to tighten this thing up. my Peterbilt. I still got a lot of project I'm doing on it. I'm almost through with it. Once I get done with it, I'll update a video. I need to update a video. I didn't update one yet for a long time. A lot of people probably don't forgot about me. Okay, so I have the other screw up there. I'm gonna try to reach up there and tighten on it a little also. So I got some room. I should have turned it. Can you turn it now? Yeah, I'm gonna reach up there. Yeah, I got it. Right up there. Tighten it up a little. I should have put it where I could see it. Would have been easier. Yeah, now it's hard to see it. Side tight. Make sure this side tight. But like I said, this tool is a very good tool because you see the bolt coming through the back part of it. That's real good. It's a good tool to have. You know, I'm gonna loosen this back up a little. I'll try to tighten the top a little more. I don't want it to go all the way to kiss. Tighten the top some more. But once you hit, it won't get tight no more, so you don't want it to kiss. Once it kiss, you can't tighten it no more. So I'm gonna tighten up the top a little. Then come back to the bottom. I got the top tight all the way. Now I tighten this up some more. Yeah, got it nice and tight. And it's flush all the way around. So you know it ain't going nowhere. Alright, so that's done now. Remember what I told you. You put them side by side. It's a small one. It's the big one. Big one for the service. Small one for the emergency. The service close to the back because it's for the front. Spring to the back for the spring. So we're gonna put on the service first, the big one. Closer to the back. Or the front, whichever way you want to call it. But it's closer to the push rod and a slack adjuster. Alright, go ahead and put it on. Damn. See, I got this too close. That sucks. Got it too close. Now I gotta move it. God damn. Got it too close. Can't get to turn the service thing in good. What's in my way? Bad boy tight. Let's loosen up the top too. Damn. ain't that bad though. I just gotta turn this. Wish I should have turned it a long time ago. There we go. That's all I had to do. I'll turn it up. I got the top one in a good spot. I'll get to it with no problem. On the road, I ain't got no electric tool. Everything I do is manually. It works, just take a little more time. You still get it done. Yep, that's tight. So now, back to putting in my service line. The big one going to the back. Well, if I get it to start turning. There you go. Got it. You gotta have it facing up, because if you don't, that's pretty tight. Alright, get it facing up. So the airlines connect facing up. I'll put on a little small one for the spring. Both of them facing up. I'll connect back my line. As you can see, this one real big. So you know that's a service. to make videos, because a lot of time my buddies ask me, how you do this? I be like, I got a video on YouTube, go check it out. So that's why I'm starting to make videos. And once you get done with that now, putting on back the brake lines, you take this back out. I think I got a damn socket wrench that go back and forth, but it's in the truck. I have to go dig up for it. This work too, it does more time consuming. But the best thing to do to make it go down easier is to tighten up your brake all the way. Your slack adjuster, go ahead and tighten it up. So I got mine tight now, so it's kind of pushed back towards the spring once you tighten it up. So by the time you get about halfway, this thing will loosen up. Got the brake tight. I just changed my starter too. I should have made a video, but I didn't. But I'm sure all the people got the video of doing that. But yeah, I should have made a video. Driving a truck, you're going to encounter problems all the time, so whatever you could do to save yourself some money is always good. Now when you get the big job now that you can't do yourself, then you got to pay someone to do that. $10,000 job and a $20,000 job like an engine job, transmission like $5,000-$6,000. Can't do those jobs, so you got to pay people to do those. So the ones you could do for yourself, do it and save yourself some money. I'm putting on 4 brake chambers right now. Brake chamber on the road at a truck stop is like $100 a brake chamber. So saving myself $400. It's not even taking me 4 hours to do it, so do the math. Making $100, I'm making probably $150 an hour by working for myself. And you go home now, you could treat yourself. The money you save on doing this job, you can treat yourself. So I'm going up, putting it back up here. That's the storage spot for it. Thing come in handy. Whoever made these brake chambers, they're real smart to make that. So it's there for storage, it's not there for looks. Alright, so that's it, I knocked it out. It took me what? How much minutes I used? 29 minutes. That ain't bad. So it'll probably take me 2 hours to do all 4, maybe a little less. So that's $400 I'm making in 2 hours by doing this myself. I'm gonna release the brake in the truck so I could adjust that brake. Show you now that I'm done. I gotta adjust the brake and I'll make sure it's not leaking or nothing while I'm adjusting the brake. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I released the brake. I don't hear any air leak, but I gotta adjust my brake chamber. I gotta adjust my slack adjuster now. I'm gonna bring the camera a little closer and so you guys can see what I'm doing. I gotta tighten it up, but it's the same concept. It's a 716. It's the same concept to just go adjust your brake. It's the same thing. You locate the slack adjuster. It's connected to the push rod. That's the push rod come on, connect to the slack adjuster. And right over here is where the little bolt at a 716 socket to adjust your brake. You tighten it up, which I already tied up mine just now. So you tighten it up all the way. Once you tighten up all the way, you back off a half. You can't get a half in here, but what you do, you bring it around a quarter and go back. Bring it back another quarter. So that's it. Your brakes are adjusted. It's simple. You tighten it up all the way and then you back off a half. You shouldn't drive around your truck with no brakes. That's dangerous. When DOTs put you out of service, then you gotta call a service guy to come out here and probably charge you $300-400. And it's that simple. You get underneath the truck with a 716 ratchet, tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. Once you get it tight, back it off halfway. I can't do a half on there, but I could do a quarter at a time. So I do 2 quarters. That's a half. That's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, and I got a lot more stuff to do to my truck, and I'll be posting it. So subscribe, you'll see more video. Alright, thanks. Bye.